Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm just going to do this eyeshadow look, and obviously, you know, it's not done, and obviously the rest of my face is not done, but usually with looks like this, where I like to get this sharp edge right here, I like to do it before I do my foundation, and I like to do my eyebrows after I do my foundation, so that's why everything kind of looks a mess right now. Alright, so as always, I'm just going to prime my eyelid with the Wet n Wild PhotoFocus eyeshadow primer. Next, I'm going to take the shade Confection from Makeup Geek on my Cala 415 brush, and I'm just going to use that as my transition shade, and I am going to bring it out pretty far. I always enjoy doing looks like this before I do my foundation, because you don't really have to worry about like being messy. Like, you can kind of just get it everywhere and you know you're just going to wipe it off after. I'm also going to bring it up pretty high right here, just because where we do that half cut crease, you want to actually have, you know, enough eyeshadow to actually make the cut crease. Next, on my Morphe M330 brush, I'm going to go into the shade Sketch from MAC, and I'm just going to go ahead and make my crease. And just like you would with a black eyeshadow, I'm kind of building this color up so that it doesn't just like automatically look crazy. And instead of like closing my eye to get the crease, you know, like that, I'm kind of leaving it open. So I'm kind of going above where I would normally put my crease color. And if you just kind of look in the mirror, holding your eyes like how you would at any time, it makes it a lot easier. So if you have hooded eyes like me, the eyeshadow doesn't get eaten. And I did bring this in kind of far, like right into right here. And I'm just going to fan that color outward. Also going to bring that down kind of on the outer corner and the outer half of my eyelid right here. Next, on my Japonesque 230 brush, I went into the Wet n Wild palette, the Petal Pusher palette, which this is not a limited edition palette. It's just like a staple of their collection. And I'm going to go into this shade right here of the more purpley colors. It's the crease color. Like, each of them is labeled, but mine's kind of rubbed off. But I'm just going to take that shade and I'm going to focus that on the outer half of my lid. And I am going to kind of bring it up into that sketch color, just to make it a little bit more like deep purpley, because sometimes that MAC shade can look a little bit off purple. It can kind of just look like a like dark gray if you're not careful. But I just want to bring it back to the purpley side. Again, I'm just going to fan it out, kind of go with that shape that we were going with. Then I'm just going to take that Morphe M330 brush again with nothing on it, and I'm just going to kind of run it over where we just put that Wet n Wild color, just to help it blend in. And then again on my Cala 415, I'm going to take a little bit more of that Confection color from Makeup Geek, and I'm going to blend this all out. No! Guys, I just went to close my Z palette and shoved my fingernail in this color. I'm so mad. Alright, so after that, I'm just going to take on this little E.L.F. concealer brush. I'm going to take some of the MAC Paint Pot, which I'm not totally sure what shade this is, but I will figure it out and I'll list it down below. But it's like a nudie color and it has kind of a shimmer to it. It's not like my favorite paint pot that I've ever used. The only other one I've ever used is Painterly. I've also heard things about, what is it? Ochre. Something ochre. And then there's one other, Lay and Low. I think that's the shade. But yeah, those are other good ones that I've heard good things about. I'm just going to take a little bit of this and I'm going to carve out that inner half cut crease. And again, I'm just looking at myself like holding my eyes how I would any other day. And I'm just going to carve this out. The good thing about using a paint pot too for these cut creases is that it's an eyeshadow base, so it's like it's kind of like the eyeshadow primer, so you don't really have to, like, at least I find that I don't have to do this, you don't really have to like set it. So I normally have been using concealer to do this, and I have to set it every time that I do it. It's kind of annoying sometimes. But with this you can just go straight in with your eyeshadow. And then once I get to like the center right here, right, like kind of where my pupil is, I'll take less of that product and I'll just blend it out. Just blend it into that eyeshadow that we already have set down. Because the only place that we really want a harsh line is here and here. And then I am going to bring that down onto my lid also. And same thing, when you get to the center, take less product and just blend it into the rest of the eyeshadow. Alright, so after that I'm going to go in with the shade Blacklight from Makeup Geek on my little MAC shadow brush. And I'm just going to go over top of where we just put that paint pot. In this Blacklight shade, I am almost positive that it is a duochrome from Makeup Geek, so it kicks off a like a light purple to a pinky color, which I love. And it's okay if you know, this little area right here is not so blended yet. We're gonna go back and fix it. Alright, so then I'm gonna go back into that Wet n Wild palette with that same color, and I'm just going to go back over where we kind of overlapped right here, just to help blend it all together a little bit more. Alright, so after that, I went in with this little Glam Beauty brush, the tiny one, and I'm going to take a little bit more of that sketch shade from MAC, and I'm just going to sharpen up this cut crease right here. I'm taking barely any product, and I'll focus it right on this line, and then I'll kind of wiggle it upward, just to help blend it out. Alright, so next I'm going to take a simple makeup wipe. You can use whatever makeup wipes you like, I just like these ones. And I'm going to make this sharp line right here. And I used to do it like I would start from the very corner of my eye and then just go out. But if you do that, it, like this part, I don't know if you can see, I like how this kind of goes under. It helps it to blend to the under eye makeup a little bit more. So it's not just like harsh line here and then ends right here, if that makes any sense. And I'm also just going to clean up under here, just because I'm going to go back in with my foundation and everything, and I don't really want to have purple mixed in with it. Alright, so I am going to go and finish the rest of my face, and then I will come back and we'll finish the rest of the eyes. Alright, and we're back. So for underneath of my eyes, I'm going to take my little Glam Beauty pencil brush, and I'm going to take that shade Confection, and I'm just going to run that underneath. Right after that, I'm going to go into that Petal Pusher palette again and take that purple shade and do the same thing. And I'm going to connect it with this little spot right here. Alright, so then on my Morphe MB47 brush, I'm going to take that sketch shade from MAC again, and I'm just going to run it right underneath of my lower lash line. And I'm going to try to tap off as much as I possibly can because I don't want a bunch of fallout. If you do get a bunch of fallout, what I normally do is I'll take this fan brush. This one is the Cala Fan 411 brush, and I'll just kind of gently sweep it underneath of there. I feel like fan brushes work really well to kind of gently get everything off. And I think I'm actually going to only do this to about halfway underneath of my eye. Yeah, I kind of want like the darkness just to kind of be on this outer part. So we'll just stop it right there. Right, I'm just going to blend underneath of there with my Cala 415. Alright, and then finally I'm going to take a little bit of the shade Phantom from Makeup Geek on my little MAC shadow brush, and I'm going to put that on the inner corner of my eye. This is also a duochrome, and this is like one of my favorite duochromes to put on the inner corner because it's like super bright. It's like a purpley pink. I'm going to just kind of bring it underneath my eye just slightly right there. Alright, so then I'm just going to throw on some of the L'Oreal Lash Paradise mascara, and I'm going to put these MAC lashes on. I'm not sure what the style is. I'll try to figure it out, and I'll try to list it down below, but they're like these. Alright guys, so this is the completed eye look. Now I'll probably just throw on some clear lip plumping lip gloss just because I'm about to go do a presentation for one of my classes and I don't really want to have lipstick like everywhere. I'm awkward. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button down below and to subscribe to my channel. I hope you all have a great day and I will see you in my next video. Bye.